Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and with me I have my lovely co-host, I Chill. Hey, boo.
What's up, baby?
I am fabulous, and you?
Doing wonderfully, darling.
Nice. And today is Thursday, July 24th, and we have what I think is some great tea for us to go over today. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah, let's do the tea time.
Yes. Well, our first story, the world is down one racist because Hulk Hogan is dead at 72. So let me see. I have this TMZ article. And y'all see here Hulk Hogan dead at, excuse me, the dead at 71, not 72, 71. My apologies. So, wrestling racist legend Hulk Hogan has died at 71 years old, TMZ Sports has learned. Medics were dispatched to the WWE's Icon's Clearwater, Florida home early Thursday morning, with operators stating it was regarding a cardiac arrest. We're told a slew of police cars and EMTs were parked outside Hogan's home, and he was carried on a stretcher and into an ambulance. Cops tells us officials responded to the call at 9:51 a.m. and Hogan was treated by Clearwater Fire and Rescue personnel before being taken to a nearby hospital. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Police will provide additional details at press conference later Thursday, so I'm guessing later today. Just a few weeks ago, Hogan's wife Sky, whom he married in September of 2023, denied rumors he was in a coma, stating his heart was strong as he recovered from surgeries. We broke the story last month. There were rumblings Hogan was on his quote unquote deathbed, but we were told at the time he was just dealing with the symptoms of a neck procedure he underwent in May. Hulk transformed professional wrestling into a family entertainment sport. Before Hulk, wrestling catered to a fairly narrow audience. Hulk's theatrics in the ring were magnetic for children and their parents, and it supercharged the sport. Hogan kickstarted a pop culture phenomenon with Hulkmania after defeating the Iron Sheik for the World Heavyweight Championship in 1984. A craze that never went away, and his signature bandana and handlebar mustache were often copied by fans in crowds for decades. Looking a fool, looking foolish. Anyway, in 1996, Hulk transformed himself from hero to villain. He created the NWO, New World Order, and became Hollywood Hulk Hogan. It propelled him and it propelled him and professional wrestling to even more fame. Hogan had countless iconic performances, including a matchup against Dwayne The Rock Johnson at WrestleMania, I guess is at times 8 in 2002, and a face-off with Andre the Giant in WrestleMania 3, and had memorable feuds with Ultimate Warrior and Randy Savage. Now I remember Randy Savage. Now I'm personally not a wrestling fan, but I remember Randy Savage simply because he told us to snap it to a Slim Jim, and I've been doing it ever since I was about 6 years old. Anyway, Hulk was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2005. He was removed in 2015 after a scandal erupted over racist comments while he was being secretly recorded during a sexual encounter. Gawker posted the clip, and Hulk subsequently sued, winning the lawsuit. Hulk was inducted to a second time in the WWE Hall of Fame in 2020, this time as a member of NWO. WWE released a statement on Hogan's death, saying one of pop culture's most recognizable figures, Hogan, helped WWE achieve global recognition in the 1980s. WWE extends its condolences to Hogan's family, friends, and fans. Hulk was the star of the 2024 Republican National Convention when he set the room ablaze with theatrics. Hulk had an amazingly successful movie career beginning in 1992 with Rocky III, playing the iconic character Thunder Lips. He also starred in No Holds Barred, Suburban Commando, and Mr. Nanny. And there's more. Hogan starred in the VH1 reality show Hogan Knows Best with his family, Linda, Nick, and Brooke. What's amazing about Hulk, he had scores of surgeries as a result of wrestling injuries. He told Harvey during a taping of Objectified, he had no original body parts left, even down to the dingling, honey. The last time we spoke with Hulk was back in May as he was launching Real American Freestyle, amateur wrestling league. The first event is August 30th on Fox Nation. Story still developing. Rest in peace. Honestly, rest in peace, honey, for all I care. But I will say, if it were not for Brooke Hogan, and you know what, Hammy told me to stop telling people this, but if it wasn't for Brooke Hogan, I don't think we would have this show because I literally only created a Twitter page because of Brooke Hogan. You know, MySpace was popular at the time, and you know that MySpace had the bulletins. So Brooke Hogan was like, "Join me on Twitter." I'm like, well, what's Twitter?" So I ended up joining Twitter in March of 2009, and baby, the rest is history. So thank you, Brooke. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you lost your father. You know, once I found out that he was racist, I have nothing for him. So
And why do we need a press conference again?
I mean, I I don't get it, but I'm guessing based off of what they were saying in this article, he was a pop culture phenomenon. Like, will be was adored by many. It's like, and most people really did like him before they found out he was a racist jackass. So,
But that's true. Did
so they
Ozzy
say,
get a conference? I'm just saying, I understand he was a wrestling celebrity, but a press conference? They could mention it on the news, but a
right?
whole press conference because he died? Come on, people.
Yeah, this is crazy. Let's see. I have a comment now. Your generation, but Chuck Mangione passed away too. Not your generation, but Chuck Mangione passed away too. I'm a fan of his music. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too. I was a fan of Chuck Mangione.
Let me look him up real quick. Let me see. Chuck
He's a
Mangione.
jazz man. Jazz. Very popular jazz man.
How?
Like mainstream. He got a lot of mainstream play in the jazz world.
Okay, and he was 84 years old. Wow. Okay. Well, again, rest in peace to the man. He was a looker back in his day. One, I'm seeing him looking at some of these. I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
He was cute.
I, look, I might would have been one of his groupies. Well, does anybody want to add anything about this racist before we go on to the next story?
No.
Well, our next story, honey, is crazy. Glorilla. Y'all probably seen that she was arrested in Georgia for a drug possession.
No.
Well, she was, but yeah, you know, this is actually not fair to her. So we're going to talk about, and her attorney says it's not fair either. So I have this TMZ article. You see where it says here, Glorilla's attorney ripped drug arrest. She was the victim for crying out loud. So TMZ broke the story of Glorilla being arrested in Georgia for felony drug possession earlier today, and her legal team is calling the charges a total outrage of justice. The rapper wasn't even at home. As we told you, Glorilla's house was broken into this weekend. By the time cops arrived, the suspects were gone. But investigators say they encountered weed in their search for the burglars, and the rapper was then charged with felony drug possession. The Forsyth County Sheriff's Office tells TMZ deputies responded to a report of burglary in process Saturday around 1:30 a.m. At a residence in the Atlanta suburbs. The sheriff's office say three suspects entered the house when an armed occupant fired at the intruders. And this was her mugshot here. You know, she look cute, honey. Look at that. And that hair is herring.
Oh,
Anyway,
it's laid. It's laid.
it's like so Glorilla was not at home at the time of the burglary, the sheriff's office said. The three suspects fled. No injuries have been reported in the incident, the sheriff's office said. Glow's attorney says jewelry was stolen. Deputies executed a search of the area with K9 teams and a drone unit. Detectives also responded to the scene, and deputies reportedly detected a strong odor consistent with illegal narcotics, according to the sheriff's office. A drug task force was summoned, and a search warrant was secured for the house. A significant amount of marijuana was discovered in plain view in the closet of the master bedroom, deputies said. Glorilla was later charged with felony possession of marijuana and possession of Scheduled One controlled substance. She turned herself in voluntarily at the Forsyth County Jail on Tuesday and was released the same day on a bail of $22,260. Attorneys for Big Glow, Marissa Goldberg and Drew Findling of the Findling Law Firm, tells TMZ Hip Hop the arrest of Gloria Woods is a disturbing window into how warped law enforcement priorities have become. Miss Woods was out of town when her residence became a target for a group of home invaders who most likely knew she wasn't there. What they didn't know was that she had family staying there with her that were traumatized by the violent entrance of this group who grabbed high value jewelry before taking off once they realized the home wasn't vacant. A Findling law firm adds when her family members did the right thing and called law enforcement instead of investigating the violent home invasion and theft at Miss Wood's home, they instead sought a search warrant when they spotted what they believed was a small amount of marijuana. Law enforcement then sought arrest warrants for her even sought law I'm sorry. Law enforcement then sought arrest warrants for her even though she hadn't been at the home for some time. No arrest warrants have been issued for the violent home invaders. Miss Woods is a victim, not a suspect. This is our tax dollars at work. Absolutely unbelievable. And then TMZ ends this story is crazy and developing. Stay tuned.
Now,
So
where was
yeah,
this at?
Georgia, Atlanta.
Oh, so weed isn't legal there.
No, 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 no.
Um,
They
mm,
say if you hear his music, you may recognize his elevator. Oh, sorry, just reading the comments in the chat. They say, was she the artist who was delayed at the NC Music Festival we watched together? Yes, indeed, she was.
mm-hmm. How
She was.
did they arrest anybody else in the house? How they know it was hers? Just because it was in the master bedroom? They could have been. She had family there. Like what? Wow.
Yep. So I agree with her attorneys. This was not fair to her, and she is the victim. How y'all gonna? She won't even there. She has some shit. Who don't got weed in their damn house? They at home, but it's not legal in Georgia. But
I know
then the way they obtained that warrant though was crazy.
it was. And what they need to realize is people are gonna smoke weed. I don't care, legal, illegal, can't be above 3%. Blah blah blah. All these states that try to, regulate weed has been smoked for much longer than I've been on this earth. Like,
Hell,
stop it already. Be
hello.
worried about the people who are driving out here intoxicated on alcohol. Don't see no regulations around that. Drunk drivers kill a lot of people, a lot of people,
Wake it up.
and they're not regulating alcohol. It's crazy how they think weed is some kind of pariah in the society as opposed to liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a study. I need to go and find it, but I'll send it to you later if I do find it. But I remember them saying how weed was outlawed because they were under there was a pseudoscience that had people under the impression that weed made white women want to sleep with black men. So
Oh
that's why
God.
there was yes, honey.
Well, that can't be. What was that movie people always make fun of that they made in what, like the '60s, where they supposedly show people high on weed and acting crazy and dang, I can't remember the, but it's like a cult, comedy.
Oh, I
Dang,
can't think of it.
you know what I'm talking about though.
It sounds familiar. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, it's been made fun of a lot of times. How they try to demonize it and make it seem like it does what it doesn't do.
hmm Well, I hate this happened to Glow, but does anybody want to add anything else? Hey, Libra Queen. Does anybody want to add anything on Glow before we go to the next story?
Well, no surprises, because the racism
hmm
is always gonna race. And taking a black woman down, a celebrity, oh my God, they probably was shitting in their pants with glee.
Yep. Let's make an example out of her. Oh, hey, Hammy. Look, two fabulous Libras coming up in here at the same time.
I'm looking the name of this movie up because yeah, it's a classic. Reefer Madness.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, I knew you heard of it.
Well, honey, speaking of madness, we're gonna talk about another rapper who is whose attorney spoke out on their behalf saying that this is a shakedown, a lawsuit, who's being sued currently. And thank you, Chill, for bringing this story to my attention. So Cardi B, honey. So I have another TMZ article. So Cardi B's attorney, Drew Finling, says Mike throwing lawsuit is a pitiful cash grab. So Cardi B is being sued for a case she was illegally cleared of, a point her attorney is reiterating as he slams the lawsuit. Drew Findling tells TMZ Hip Hop the lawsuit against Cardi B regarding the 2-year-old microphone incident is a transparent and pitiful attempt at a financial shakedown. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and the Clark County District's Attorney's Office closed this matter for insufficient evidence a long time ago. But apparently, the opportunity to make money off a celebrity was too much for some willing law firm to pass up. If you recall, we broke the story. Carter was cleared of charges back in August of 2023, and the case never even made it to the DA's desk. The victim is suing for assault, battery, negligence, and even says the microphone being auctioned off for charity sent her into an emotional spiral of distress. We'll see how it plays out in court and Cardi's next album.
Mm.
Girl, bye.
It's sad how they can do this shit, you know?
It really is. You sit there and throw water on people. And I think she even tried to use that argument in the lawsuit that was dismissed. They're saying, oh, well, she told the audience to throw water on her because she was hot or whatever. And some of the audience did, but that was at the moment she said throw it on me. She waited until well after that moment was done to then throw water on Cardi, trying to be funny. But now they want to sue. Girl. And y'all know Carter is not my favorite person, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And this shit and that attorney is right. This is pitiful and a clear and transparent attempt at a financial shakedown.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, does anybody want to add anything else before we go to the next story about another rapper from the Bronx, honey? Well, Fat Joe, not no, Fat Joe, honey, says that he's lost a lot, lost over 10 million in this because of this bogus extortion plot, and says gets aggressive with new response. So I have this all hip hop exclusive here. Fat Joe has filed a blistering amended complaint against attorney Tyrone Blackburn and former hype man Terrence Dixon, accusing them of launching a smear campaign with fabricated claims of sex trafficking, statutory rape, and other serious crimes in what he calls an extortion attempt that cost him over $10 million. The original lawsuit filed by Blackburn and Dixon accused Fat Joe of a 5-year relationship with a 16-year-old girl named Nikki, alleging he flew her across state lines and internationally, implying sex trafficking violations. The complaint also accused him of unpaid wages, ghostwriting theft, and ordering a violent retaliation against Dixon, which we talked about that here on this show here. The Bronx rapper claims the accusations were not only false, but weaponized to damage his reputation and force a payout. According to documents obtained by All Hip Hop, the damage was immediate and for 3 primetime appearances, citing current events. His podcast, Joe and Jada, lost 3 major sponsors, including one that backed out of a 675,000 advertising agreement. Another dropped a $400,000 deal, and a third canceled a $40,000 package, slashing the show's ad revenue by more than 30%. Fat Joe, who co-owns the men's grooming brand Rewinded, said negotiations with 3 national retailers collapsed within days of the lawsuit's filing. He estimates personal losses over 10 million from those deals alone, including 7 million from the largest retailer. Additional business partners also distance themselves, leaving projects in limbo. Fat Joe claims the duo used the accusations as leverage to get him to pay a multi-million dollar settlement. He says they even threatened to involve Homeland Security if he didn't comply. The filing also directly targets Blackburn's professional conduct. Federal judges have previously criticized Blackburn for what they describe as unethical legal tactics, including filing lawsuits filled with salacious allegations meant to pressure quick settlements. One judge said his filings were replete with inaccurate statements of law and inappropriate ad hominem attacks. Adding to Blackburn's troubles, he was arrested in June 2025 for felony assault, which we talked about here, after allegedly running over a process server with his vehicle while trying to avoid being served in this very case. Fat Joe's complaint also cites a police report involving Blackburn and his ex girlfriend's best friend. The woman told police Blackburn sent her threatening messages and made her fear for her safety. She reportedly told officers she does not know what Mr. Blackburn is capable of. Fat Joe even said he was afraid to tell police what he was doing because he didn't want to be exposed. In a major way. I mean, good. We need to know that somebody has like sexual assault allegations and allegations of being a sex trafficker and pedophile. I mean, why wouldn't you distance yourself from that?
I would.
Right? So,
I mean, you can't blame advertisers for that. That happened to, same thing happened to Diddy. Soon as that tape dropped, boom, they started. Oh, yeah, they started dropping him. They dropped out like flies. What's up, Quinn? Technical difficulties. We'll be back in a moment.
I hope Fat Joe lose some more money and some more money and some more money.
Me too. Don't feel bad at all.
me three. And sorry, y'all. I have to apologize to y'all. My stupid ass. I ended up clicking one of my bookmarks that took me to Google News and it booted me out the room. So that's why the screen stopped sharing. I
I was wondering what happened.
only had one cup of coffee, y'all. My bad.
You slid right on out of here.
My mistake. But you see, that's why if anything happens, I have a lovely co-host that will be able to take over.
I held it down for you, baby.
Thank you. And just like Quinn, I'm with her. I hope Fat Joe's losing some more money, honey. So to hell with him. Well, speaking of Fat Joe, here's another story we have about his weird ass. He actually said in public that oh, now we have a comment says take his life. Oh my God. Well, honey, at this rate, I mean, shit. I'm not a doctor, but I know this ain't. This man said that he has a total of from 30 to 40 diet Pepsis on a daily basis. And
Ooh, what?
you heard me, honey. We gonna listen to him talk about it. Hold
Take his money and take his legs.
on. So this video is about a minute long. So give me one moment. Let me load it.
About you. Get along, get money, let's have fun. They're keeping you healthy, right?
Ooh,
Because I
hold
worry
on.
about
Let me
you
make sure the
because you
audio is
drink a
sharing too.
lot,
Sorry,
right?
give me one
And
second.
I don't
Ooh, get it together, Auntie. Damn. Somebody said, I know his piss is contaminated. Well, yes.
get along, get money, let's have fun. They're keeping you healthy,
Okay, this is
right? Because
not
I worry about you.
playing.
It's playing
Y'all
to us.
can't hear that, right?
Yes.
Oh,
We can.
y'all can hear it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, let me let it play. My bad.
get along, get money, let's keep you healthy, right? Because I worry about you because you drink a lot, right? And I don't know how safe that is. I'm not a doctor. I don't give a, I drink too many Diet Pepsis. A lot. You know what I'm saying? Very, very much. I got a problem. 30, 40 a day. Let me tell you something. Damn. If I went to the doctor, God forbid, and they told me, yo, you have a problem due to Diet Pepsi, I got to take the shit on the chin. I got to just be like, I knew I was just doing too much with them Diet Pepsis, right? So, are you going to hit one when you leave the doctor? Drinking it now immediately. They're not stopping me. No, I was in jail with 1,000 Diet Pepsis. Imagine you in jail, you can't have nothing else, but Diet Pepsi's illegal. Holy shit. That's like you a cigarette. But then I had Diet Pepsi every sale. Oh yeah. Super Boricua. Niggas was throwing them shits down from all type of angles. The Cubans had them. Everything. I had Diet Pepsi. No,
Did he just use the N word, the word he said we shouldn't be saying?
Again,
You heard him.
take some more money and some more money. And
Wow, 30 to 40 a day. That's wow. I know it can give you heart
That
problems.
is yes. That my mouth was floored. I'm like, and you saw her how he said he has no plans on stopping. Like he said, he
No,
just gonna have to take it on the chin.
that's what he said. That's a lot of chemicals in one day. All the stuff that's in Diet Coke. I know it can give you heart, like increased heart rate that you can't slow down. You have to get medications to stop it. And once you stop, I mean, that's a lot of caffeine in general. Like any drink could do that. Drink a lot of energy drinks, and people be down in Red Bulls and 5 hour energy and all that kind of stuff, drinking three, four, and five of those. And it can kill you. People have died from
Yeah.
doing that. What was that drink Starbucks had that had all that caffeine and people didn't know?
No, that
And,
was Panera Bread.
oh, Panera. Okay. Sorry,
Uh
Starbucks.
huh.
And yeah, that
Yeah.
girl died. Yeah. So that massive amount of caffeine, and then he not even that healthy.
I know you didn't say that to be funny, but that shit was funny. And he not even healthy.
He not even right. Comment. They not even working. Like he come on, you doing that and not in the best shape you can be in and drinking like, oh my gosh. And he used the N word. Oh, okay.
Ooh, child. Yes, I I don't see it for Fat Joe. To hell with him, and I agree with everything y'all was saying about his, except for the death part. I'm not. I'm usually not. I personally don't, wish death on people. But if it happens to happen, then okay. But yeah, mm-mm. Just for my own personal beliefs. Ooh, I wish. Well, of course you would, Libra. And we have a comment as girl, are you drunk? No, I'm not drunk. I promise. I wish I were, but no. This time I'm not. For some reason though, when I kept it, it was complete silence, and I think that probably had something to do with me accidentally leaving the room and coming back. So, whatever. As long as y'all heard him say that shit that he drinks 30 to 40 diet Pepsi, and then heard him say the N word. That's what I wanted y'all to hear. Well, our next story. So remember we talked about Sean Kingston's mama, who she was pretty much begging the judge saying, "Look, I'm an old lady and my community loves me, so don't be too tough on my sentencing." Well, she was sentenced and she got 5 years.
Mm,
So I have this Vibe article. Sean Kingston's mother sentenced to 5 years in prison in fraud case. So Sean Kingston and his mother now know at least one of their fates after being found guilty of wire fraud this past March. His mother, Janice Turner, received her sentence this week. On Wednesday, July 23rd, Turner learned that she will spend 5 years in prison and 3 years on probation. Kingston will receive his sentence on August 28th, just under 5 months after he and his 63-year-old mother were found guilty of 4 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Turner was apologetic before learning her sentence. I'm sorry, she told the judge per CBS. My intention was to keep my son afloat in this difficult industry. They used him and abused him. I am begging for mercy for me and my son. Together, she and the 35-year-old singer procured over 1 million via wire fraud. Turner will have to pay restitution to those they took advantage of, but her legal team said that most of the businesses have already been compensated. Kingston and his mother fraud scheme took place in 2024. They defrauded vendors of luxury items, including but not limited to premium vehicles and jewelry. They claimed to have made wire payments for the items, but that was proven to be false. They were arrested in May of 2024, Kingston in California and Turner in Florida. Kingston was taken to Fort Irwin, a military base in California, before he waived extradition and returned to Florida. Both also had previous run ins with the law. Kingston received a 2-year probation sentence for trafficking stolen property, and Turner served an almost 18-month prison sentence for bank fraud that yielded over $160,000. This past April, Kingston was taken into custody after his guilty verdict, but posted a $100,000 bond before his release. So yeah, we'll see if
So, explain it to me like I'm five. How does getting jewelry and cars propping up your son in the industry?
girl, I can't even explain it to you like I'm a professor. like like I just that because that don't make sense to me.
Was that supposed to be a viable excuse so he could what flex on them? Oh, uh, and and then they have prior records too. That's probably why she got that time because this ain't her first rodeo.
Yep.
You know, so no, no, girl, no.
Yeah. Girl, I just and but so I'm thinking out of because remember when we was going over the story, they pretty much made it seem like she was the mastermind of everything. So that kind of leads me to believe, I mean maybe I'm wrong, but that leads me to believe that Sean Kingston won't get as much time when he's sentenced. But
It's
then again, who knows?
it's possible. I mean, she may have brought him into it as opposed to the other way around. It sounds like she's ready to get down like that. So I find that so disheartening to see parents involving their children in crimes. It happens all the time. It's really sad. Young children, not children Sean's age, but little kids. They showed one mother on a video on the Nextdoor app where she let her child run up and be a porch pirate, steal the package, and bring it to her. Like, oh my.
Oh my God.
Little girl couldn't have been no more than like 8, 7, something like that. Really young. Like, oh Jesus.
I just don't like that because now you just sent the message to that child saying that this is okay.
Yeah.
No matter it's okay to take other people's hard-earned property that just because you want it. Don't even know what it is. Don't even know what's in the package. You can just
No.
giving them the rush to take like I because you're gonna do whatever your parents tell you to do. Like oh,
Well,
girl.
yeah. She doesn't know really that it's wrong. You know, and they see these cameras. There's no way you can see a ring camera. I mean, they're not invisible. You know, you can see the camera right there and know how it works. That it picks you up coming onto the porch. You don't even have to push the button or nothing. It sees you, and you let your child do that. Both of your faces are visible. She out there on the sidewalk, and the kid running up with her little hair and ponytails. I'm like, oh my god,
Not ponytails.
ponytails. Like Jesus.
Girl, who was that? Angelica Pickles, honey, stealing y'all packages. Oh yeah, see, I don't think you know who Angelica Pickles is. When she was popular, you were busy saving lives.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Well,
Who's that?
Quinn know who Angelica Pickles is, and Hammy do, and
I
Beavis for
do.
sure.
I do. I do. I do.
Oh, well, does anybody want to add anything about Sean Kingston, that we'll learn more, but well once I have more information about when he is sentenced, I'll definitely update the show. But does anybody want to add anything before we go on to the next story?
They gonna get deported too. So there's that.
I think he'll get as much time because he has a record too. Even if his mother did involve him in it, they both have previous records. So I think he's gonna get sentenced just like her, and maybe more, but at least as much as she did.
And then they gonna
Yeah.
go back once they do their time. They going back to Jamaica. Come on.
They Haitian girl.
Where
I
they
thought he
going
was
back there?
Jamaican. He's Haitian.
I believe he's let me just go, make sure I'm
He's
not
Jamaican.
wrong. I could have. Let me see. Sean Kingston nationality. Okay. National. Oh shit! My bad. He is a Jamaican American former. My bad. You know, Kingston family. I am truly sorry. I did not mean. I read somewhere that he was Haitian, but I clearly read wrong.
He's
Yeah,
coming home, y'all. Just
he
wait.
going back to his yard.
Well, back to the yard you go, honey. Well, you know you've made it when you got people talking about you. Now we just didn't expect for these type of people, David Mann and Tamala Mann. You know they actually had divorce rumors. I don't know if you've heard that. I didn't hear any of them, but
Mm-mm.
apparently there have been rumors about them getting a divorce. But they said knock it off. They ain't going nowhere. So
Y'all
I
knock
have
it
this
off.
Vibe article. Pretty much knock it off. David and Tamala Mann dispelled divorce and lawsuit rumors. So, as they enjoyed their time on a peaceful beachfront property, David and Tamala Mann took the time to address chaotic rumors surrounding their health and marriage. In a clip uploaded to Instagram, the couple paused their vacation to set the record straight about an unspecified video that claimed Tamala was suing David for 50 million and filing for divorce. Seemingly, the couple became victims of AI bots and AI generated videos that alleged everything from the aforementioned divorce to David poisoning his wife and having an affair with Married to Medicine star Dr. Jackie Walters.
Get
A
out of
mess.
here. Wow.
in the be- um, in the beginning clip, a faint robotic voice can be heard talking about the Mann family. Somebody is doing some tomfoolery, exclaimed David in the Instagram live broadcast. We sit here on vacation and we chilling together and we found out we getting a divorce. Well, ain't nobody told us. Stop believing this mess. I'm not sick, Tamala followed up. The thing is, I don't understand why people want to lie. My family has been calling me and they think I'm dying. It's so sad. And
That
this
is
is the
crazy.
uh, broadcast here. It's about like I want to say close to 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
So the gospel music stars then confirmed that they were unaware of who was behind the YouTube video uploads. Get you something to do. Go get you a job. Whatever kind of job you need to stop trying to put business in the streets. That's not even true, suggested Tamala to the person behind the allegations. She continued, I just thought we would come on live and let y'all know that we're okay. We're not getting divorced. Our love is true. And we're still hanging together. It's been 37 years and we're still in love. The
Wow.
Medea, and I love that for them.
Me too. 37 years. Go, girl.
Go girl, and Mr. David, because honey, woo child. But the Medea franchise actors met as teenagers, as explained in the description for their Black Love podcast episode. Their relationship evolved from a friendship to a romantic lovers and business partners. They share two children, both of whom David fathered with other women, and a niece they've been raising since the death of Tamala's sister. We were really good friends, and as time passed, we got to know each other, explained David to EUR Web in 2018. You really grow.
That's beautiful.
That was.
She
So he
looks.
said, knock it off.
Go down to the pic where she's in the blue dress.
Let's see. This here?
Yeah. Man.
Fabulous, honey.
Yeah, she looks so good.
Hmm. And then when he, I know she better watch her man, honey, because you know how I feel about old dark skinned bald.
Sit
Anyway.
down. Watch out, Tamala.
Honey, nothing will shake them. That's 37 years, so I won't even try. She better
Yeah,
be glad I like her.
a lot of people don't even come close to that these days. Those kind of marriages are far and few between.
Yes, indeed. Well, does anybody want to add anything about these two amazing people before we go to the next story? Let's say we'll have a comment. If he would debase himself to sleep with Derek, he can have him. Girl, fuck you.
Oh my God.
Girl,
I,
fuck you.
I don't have anything to say about them, that they're beautiful. But the fact that AI can come and create a whole story and generate clicks and conversation about lies is really, really a problem. This is something that people predicted that would happen with AI. I think what we see, and I know AI has some good uses, like in medicine and things like that, but you still have to be careful because AI still like kind of makes up stuff. And I think
Hmm.
it would promote laziness if you just believe every word that AI says and not, you know, definitely do your due diligence in researching what it gives you. But this kind of stuff, the fake videos of people saying things that they aren't saying, putting the way they put who was it? Was it Kamala? A picture of Kamala and Epstein together when it was really her husband, but they put Epstein's head on his body and made it look very realistic. That kind of shit, you
Yeah.
know, that is AI is out of control. And I think the movies that show computers getting sentient abilities and doing what they want to do is really not out of the realm of possibility because they've already shown that AI has resisted, some direct commands and so forth. And
Hmm.
oh, it didn't want to do this and it didn't want to. What the hell? So we better be very careful with this technology. And I know we won't be because, money, capitalism. We're going to ignore the problem until it becomes a hell type takeover. Remember the movie
Pretty
Hell?
much.
And
Yep.
then we're going to panic. But for now, as long as it's pulling in money and they're building all these, AI generating plants and fucking up the environment even more, yeah, it's really messed up how we do things in this country. We are definitely after the fact instead of
Hmm.
proactive about seeing a problem coming and doing something about it. We wait until it balloons so out of control and we can't do anything about it, and then, oh my God, oh, I can't stand.
And,
I can't
and
stand
then
it.
and then you got all the scientists and the engineers and pretty much all the smart people over there like, bitch,
Warning,
we've been trying to
warning you,
tell your stupid asses.
warning you, and you still didn't pay attention. Now you want us to fix it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, I agree, chill. And they've been warning. They literally have been warning us about this since from movies since the 80s. Well, since I've been
Mhm.
alive, basically. That these robots will get out of control and they will kill you, possibly.
Mhm. Especially since AI came out, they really have been warning us about it, what it could be capable of doing on its own if it gets to that point. And I could see that happening. Maybe not tomorrow, but yeah, in a few years, I think it's gonna be a problem.
And then not to mention, I've also read things about like how the data centers that powers the AI, they use it like a, a obnoxious amount of energy
They
that's
do
actually and because they do that, it's actually I believe it's a small town in Mississippi that's actually going through a drought currently
a
because of
water
the excess
water
what
energy. Yep.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
guess
y'all.
maybe those systems have to be water cooled because it's such a big facility and they're computing at ridiculous rates, so they're probably generating a lot of heat. So regular air conditioning may not be enough. I don't know. I'm just speculating as to why water would be involved, but they probably have a water cooling system going through there too. I would guess. So yeah, it's messed up. And they saying, oh, It's not affecting people when people are showing you in their homes what's going on with the water being a different color or barely working, and you know the energy. Uh,
Yeah. Oh, and we have an engineer in the comments saying processing power is high, requires more energy. So thank you for
hmm
that.
And imagine the processing power of all the AI that's going on and will continue to happen as it increases. They're firing people in favor of using AI, so it's only going up.
Hmm.
It's not being tethered at all.
Don't even get me started. However, I would still recommend, like, if you see any now don't like do not use AI because it's going to tell you that to use it you got to prep. But I certainly would recommend, like, because they offer free AI writing courses. I've
Yeah.
taken a couple of them. I would highly recommend taking those because you don't want to be behind the curve because of shit. If it's going to be the way, I hate that it's doing the damage that it's doing, but you still don't want to be behind. So
Well,
I would
yeah, yeah.
definitely take those courses, those AI writing courses. You heard it from Auntie Derek. If you don't listen to nothing I tell you, listen to that. Take a free AI writing. Don't pay for it because there's too many
Right.
free ones out there.
I agree. It may be something you don't like, but you don't want to be behind the curve, especially if you're working in any
Hmm.
capacity and AI has the possibility of taking your job. You definitely want to keep up with it. It's it'll never be a hands-on type of thing like being a nurse or electrician. AI is not about to come check your plumbing and put some new pipes in. Okay, but if you're sitting behind a desk, yeah.
Let's see. So we have say it's inevitable. Just use new sources of power. Oh, say learn how to prompt properly. AI is fascinatingly replacing search engines like Google and Bing. Yes, girl, and it's awful. I hate it. And then this bitch in the comments talking about, so you usually ain't talk about anything, but I listen to that.
Your biggest fan.
This is why I adore that bitch. It keeps me on my toes, and I love it.
Oh, love you down, baby.
Yeah. Well, does anybody want to add anything about the dangers of AI before we go to the next story?
I guess we can move on.
Well, speaking of the dangers of AI and misinformation, because there's actually been a lot about this story. Well, Jay Z's alleged son.
Oh.
So I have this hop new hip hop article. Man claiming to be Jay Z's son drops paternity lawsuit. So Ramir Satterwhite, a man claiming Jay Z to allegedly be his father, has dropped his lawsuit seeking to prove the legendary rapper's paternity, according to Hip Hop and More. He has been claiming that Jay Z had a relationship with his late mother, Wanda, in the early 1990s for several years. Jay has consistently denied the claims. The reason for dismissing the lawsuit is unclear, although if it is not done with prejudice, he could be planning to refile. Satterwhite recently discussed his allegations during an interview with the Daily Mail, pleading with Jay Z to take a paternity test. If he is not, why can't he prove me wrong? He told the outlet in January. Go to the courtroom and do what everyone else has to do. I can take a no. I can take being embarrassed. I've been through a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. I just can't take him not saying nothing. It's not fair. I am coming to the courts for the truth. During the same interview, Satterwhite also elaborated on his feelings for Jay, explaining that he doesn't harbor any ill will towards him. I will never hate Jay Z. I respect him for everything he did. I have been going through a whole lot for so many years because of this case. Me and my mom and my godmom, we have seen the worst in people. Slandering my name, saying I want Jay Z's money, he said. I'm going to fight until I'm not here no more. If it takes another 10 years, another 50, I may take this to the grave with me. But everyone can say I fought this until the end. I am not trying to do this to make anyone seem like a bad person or a bad father.
Damn fool.
Mhm. So Ryan Satterwhite's case ended up back in headlines earlier this month when Nicki Minaj referenced him on social media. She shared a picture of Jay Z and Satterwhite while writing in the caption, "Oh, is this why he was trending the other day? I don't know. Hope all is well. To God be the glory." Jay is just one of several people Nicki has called out online in recent weeks. Rock Nation CEO Desiree Perez has been a main target of hers, while she's also gone after SZA, TDE President Punch, Megan Thee Stallion, and more. Mm-mm.
Mm.
So yeah, I did read that he was planning to refile. That's why he dropped it because he
He's
some.
yeah, he's had several lawsuits I read in the article. This is not his first one. He has been doing this and will probably continue to do it.
My thing, I'm because I'm all for fighting for people's reproductive rights and stuff like that. Because I don't think anybody owes you that. I mean, of course, unless it's subpoenaed by a court. But Jay Z does not have to do that if he doesn't want to. However, on the other hand, if this man has been harassing you with lawsuits for years, and the only thing you have to do is just take a paternity test to prove that you are allegedly not his father, why not do that? I don't.
No, no,
Oh.
no, because then you open up a, a anybody could come and say, "Oh, Barack Obama is my daddy," and make anybody take a damn paternity test to prove you wrong. No, no, I don't think. I think Jay Z's doing just exactly what he should do.
Okay,
Ignore.
touche.
Yeah, no, no.
Touche. And for the record, I said Barack Obama is my zaddy, not daddy. So what I want from him is not a paternity test. Shout out to Michelle. I mean, she can join in too if she wants to.
Sit down.
Well, does anyone want to add anything else before we go to the next story? So this next story, I am actually very surprised that this is resurfacing. Cause now, do y'all remember a while back, Beyonce took a trip over to Egypt and she visited the pyramids? I don't know if y'all remember when that happened, but it was years ago. I want to say maybe around 2012, 2013 or so. Oh, it was 2012 or 2011. It was one of them. It was early in the early 2010s. And remember that the doctor who was the archaeologist that was with them, he kind of slammed Beyonce, called her, said that it wasn't a really good experience when she was there.
Oh.
Well, this. Oh, so you don't remember? Well, anyway, I'm about to
Uh-uh.
remind you. Well, first, I have this Vibe article. Now, this is recent. So, archaeologist claims Beyonce's bodyguard got star banned from the Egyptian pyramids. Let me click this off here. So, Dr. Zahi Hawass, an archaeologist and the former minister of antiquities of Egypt, has stated in a new Q&A that Beyonce's bodyguard's behavior resulted in the superstar being banned from the Egyptian pyramids. During a conversation with the New York Post, Dr. Hawass discussed his extensive career. Often referred to as the real life Indiana Jones, he's hosted celebrities ranging from Princess in 2008. A 2008 visit, that's when she went to visit him. A 2008 visit from Beyonce, however, resulted in the Cowboy Carter singer being banned, Dr. Hawass claims, placing the blame on her bodyguard. While he doesn't mention the bodyguard by name, Julius DeBoer has been Beyonce's personal security since around 2007, 2008. Based on the timeline, it is possible that he is the bodyguard in question or that he replaced the bodyguard who allegedly got her banned. Beyonce came in 2008 and it did not end well, he shared. She was a very nice lady. I want y'all to keep that in mind. He said she was a very nice lady, but she had a very bad bodyguard. I have a camera lady who follows me during these tours to record everything, and Beyonce's bodyguard snatched the camera right out of her hand. I wouldn't stand for it. I told her and the bodyguard to get out and banned her from the pyramids. Vibe has reached out to Beyonce's rep for comment on the claim. And then it says Beyonce is currently on her Cowboy Work Carter tour, blah, blah, blah. So, so the reason I want y'all to say to keep this in mind, when he said, yeah, she was a very nice lady, because that's not what he said back then. And I actually have that article from page 6 from what he said at that time. So let me share that here. The same doctor. Now he does still keep the same, consistent story about the bodyguard being rude. But this is what he actually said. He didn't say that she was a nice lady. He said that she was stupid and rude. So stupid and rude, Beyonce banned from pyramids. And you see, this article was from November in 2013. And I'm gonna tell you exact. I'm gonna just skip down. Da 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 da. They say, so in 2008, Hawaii took Beyonce to visit the pyramids where she staged an Egyptian goddess themed shoot. But Hawaii's told Britain's Independent, most people I take on tours are very nice and we become friends. But this lady, she said she would come around 3 p.m., but she came late. I said, you have to say, I'm sorry, I'm late, but she didn't open her mouth. Hawaz, who is described as the gatekeeper of the pyramids, continued, I brought a photographer, and she also had a photographer and a guard. When my photographer started to shoot, the guard said, no, stop. I am the one who says yes or no, not you, I said. In that case, since you almost hit my photographer and you are not polite, out. I am not giving you the privilege of having you on my tour. I said Beyonce was stupid and I left. Reps for Beyonce did not get back to us. So now I just find it really interesting that his story changed. Oh, she was a very nice lady. It was a bodyguard, but back then she was stupid and rude. And I said Beyonce was stupid, kicked him out, and I left. The North from it. See, you can't fuck with a bitch like me, honey, who does nothing but read all this tea because
Oh, the North.
because I be remembering shit.
Yeah, that's quite a different story, isn't it?
hmm Go ahead, Libra Queen.
First of all, he's spinning the block on this for what reason? You are irrelevant, sir. Second of all, we know Egyptians don't like, you know, black people. They don't consider
hmm
themselves African. They think they, are separate
Ooh.
from the masses, and so it's par for the course that he would say some shit like that. But I think the change in the tone is because, baby, you was dealing with you was dealing with new school Beyonce, just coming to the scene Beyonce. Now you're dealing with bitch. I wish you would, Beyonce, bitch. Run me my motherfucking money, Beyonce. Watch what you motherfucking say, Beyonce. What she said in her lyrics? She said Monday overrated, Tuesday on my dick. Yeah, Beyonce.
hmm Flip
Uh,
flop, flipping, flip flopping ass bitch.
bitch. Yeah, yeah. But the fact that they interviewing him to bring this story up again, please, please, you need relevancy that bad, sir.
hmm
Retire.
Well, exactly. Does anybody else want to add anything about this irrelevant archaeologist before we go to the next story? We got three more stories left. Well, this next story, just out of curiosity, does anyone here or has anyone ever watched the show Thicker Than Water on Bravo? I didn't watch it personally, but I did hear of it. I saw like it had a mostly black cast and stuff. Well, okay, so it looks like nobody watched. Well, anyway, one of the girls from the show, honey, her ass was arrested for fighting in a damn Walmart. Like, girl, what are you doing, honey? So, Diamond Tankard of Bravo's Thicker Than Water arrested for assault with rock-filled sock. Child. Diamond Tankard, known for Bravo's Thicker Than Water reality show and her ties to gospel music royalty, has been arrested for an altercation that involved a homemade weapon and robbery. According to an arrest affidavit obtained by USA Today, the 21-year-old approached a woman from behind at a self checkout lane at a Walmart in Tennessee and launched into a brutal attack. Surveillance footage and witness show I'm sorry. Surveillance footage and witness videos show Tankard dressed in a pink shirt and camo pants, yanking the victim by her hair, throwing multiple punches, and striking her in the face with what appeared to be a white and red striped sock filled with rocks. In the video, Tankard also appears to be wearing an ankle monitor during the
Oh,
assault.
oh my God.
Girl. After the attack, she reportedly grabbed the victim's iPhone 14 and her Louis Vuitton handbag before walking off with the items. The victim's grandmother told police her granddaughter was left with a large gash above her left eye and required stitches. Nashville EMS responded to the scene and transported the woman to a local hospital. Walmart provided security footage that reportedly confirms both the attacks and the theft. And here's a video of the fight here, and it pretty much I'm gonna just choose not to play it because it's very violent, and I don't really like to
Yeah,
showcase.
don't
Yeah.
play it.
So Tankard was reportedly arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and theft of property. She was booked into Davidson County Jail and released on a $25,000 bond. Her next court appearance is set for August 22nd. Authorities have not confirmed what triggered the assault. This, however, isn't the first time Tankard has faced serious legal trouble. We're clearly with an ankle monitor. Anyway, back in December 2023, she was reportedly charged with attempted first degree murder after allegedly using her vehicle as a weapon. Police say she approached a 30-year-old woman and her sister outside a bar, asked one of them if she knew a certain man, and when told no, a verbal dispute turned physical. As one of the women tried to break up the fight, Tinker allegedly got into her Range Rover, accelerated down the street, and struck the woman, leaving her with critical injuries before fleeing the scene. At the time of that incident, police say she was already wearing an ankle monitor for a separate domestic assault case. This
Again?
this
Oh,
girl is
oh,
crazy. She was
nuts.
later she was later charged with leaving the scene of an accident involving injury and failure to render aid. Her bond for that incident was set at just over $1 million. Tankard, who appeared in all 27 episodes of Thicker Than Water between 2013 and 2016, is the granddaughter of Ben Tankard, a former professional basketball player turned gospel jazz producer. Are you familiar with who that person is? Chill, I'm not. I'm not familiar.
No, I've never heard of him.
Okay. Well, the show followed the Tankard family's lavish life in uh, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, blending music, faith, family, and values.
Hmm.
Excuse. Ben Tankard
That
has
is,
not commented on his granddaughter's current legal troubles as of publication since the altercation above.
she sounds like she may be mentally ill because in you know Walmart has cameras, especially at the self checkout. Why would you attack someone and you're visibly on camera? She's a gorgeous girl, but crazy as hell.
Do you see what I see, honey, in that left photo?
Yes, yes, I do. She clearly has problems.
hmm Yeah, I just don't understand. Like I think the goal of an ankle monitor is to kind of remind you that okay, you kind of need to slow it down a bit because if something else happens, honey, your ass is going to jail. This clearly she don't have that line of thinking.
No,
Clearly.
she has no boundaries. She's out of control to just randomly attack someone in a place that's video monitored. Just no awareness of that. This is crazy,
I'm saying, and when you see, all I could do was laugh when I was like, "Girl, what is your problem?"
right?
Oh, child.
She really sounds like she needs to be locked up. The ankle monitor's not working, and I hate to say that because our prison system sucks, but she needs more than an ankle monitor.
And then when you watch the video though, because they were saying they don't know what led up to the altercation. Well, one that doesn't really matter, but from how I take it, these two girls were clearly beefing because it was the girl who was recording the fight. She was pretty like, yeah, get a diamond, get a diamond, get her. So this is pretty. I guess must have been like a
They know each
clear.
other,
Yeah, and clearly she don't got good people in her circle. Because for you to record that shit and yell and get a diamond, like girl, and she
but
hit the girl in
still,
the face with rocks.
but still, she has on an ankle monitor.
Stupid,
So
right?
even if you do have a beef with somebody, why are you gonna do it there? She must have seen her go in there or something, or knew she was in there because she had. You don't. I mean, do you carry around a sock filled with rocks? Maybe she does.
From the look of that facial asymmetry, honey, she probably does.
Yeah, she probably have just a sock full of rocks on hand just in case she see one of her ops. Like, okay, girl, but no, not in the store at the checkout line under the camera. Come on. And then they let her out on $25,000 bill, which is what, 2,500, 10%.
Hmm.
Clearly, her family has a lot of influence there because you've done things before on the ankle monitor. I just, yeah.
That's that. Well, does anybody want to add anything? I think my sound just went out for temporarily, but we back. What does anybody want to add anything else about Diamond before we go to the next story about a celebrity I've been trying to warn motherfuckers about, honey, for the longest.
Don't be like Diamond, y'all. That's all I can tell you.
Don't be like Diamond, and also don't be like Chuck E. Cheese. I have been trying to tell y'all about that shady bitch, honey, ever since he threw shade at me at my sixth birthday party. It has been up for. I know what a screw face looks like, and Chuck E. Cheese came out there and screw faced me when I was trying to celebrate my sixth birthday party. I
What?
remember it like it was yesterday. But why was Chuck E. Cheese, honey, arrested for fraud?
Huh?
Well, Chuck E. Cheese caught in credit card fraud trap. So a Chuck E. Cheese mascot had had to cough up some serious dough to bail out of the pokey after getting arrested at a Charles Entertainment cheese joint in Florida. And this is him being arrested with the
Oh my God. Chucky's in jail.
So this is the guy that was behind the costume. So when the costume head was removed by cops, the identity of the rodent was revealed. Jermel J. Jones, who was arrested for the theft of a credit card. And then, first of all, I'm gonna play the video that they have. And I don't know if y'all see that TikTok trend when when they put the Jet 2 holiday like said nothing
Yes,
beats the Jet
yes.
that gets me every time. So they put it on the back of this arrest, and you know I was cracking up. So let me play it.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of four. We've got millions of free child place holidays available with
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
22 kilograms.
Baby, I was cracking up, honey. So it says it's unclear, but it appears Tallahassee cops knew the identity of the man inside the mouse and knew where he worked because they promptly arrived on scene and removed the faux mouse from the joint, right in the middle of a children's birthday party in progress.
Mm, mm, mm.
Apparently, this wasn't Jones's first fake credit card caper. He allegedly did the same thing at least once before in the last 6 months. Jones is charged with theft of a credit card, criminal use of personal identification info, and fraudulent use of a credit card more than twice within 6 months. He was booked and released Thursday morning on a $1,000 bond. If you spot a suspicious mouse in your area, please call 911 or Terminix.
And then he only gets $1,000 bond coat. Y'all. Oh,
Dude,
Lord.
I could just imagine them kids when they saw the police. They probably thought it was part of the show.
Where y'all going with Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh Lord, this story is tickling me, honey.
Oh.
I tried to tell y'all this bitch was shady. I knew Chuck E. Cheese, so don't leave your pocketbook around him.
This ain't the first complaint I've heard about Chuck E. Cheese. I've read about, I mean, actually, how some of those mascots ignore children clearly coming up to them, for attention,
Hmm.
and they ignore them. That's
Yep.
specifically black children.
Yep.
So,
Hmm.
huh.
Well, does anybody want to add anything about this scammer before we go to our last story? Now, this last story, honey. Now, this is not exactly a celebrity story, but I imagine after this, these two will be very much local celebrities back in Connecticut. Because this story here, this is another one that just had me cracking up. Like, what is wrong with people? I really think the pandemic does damaged a lot of people's brains. Like, and I'm not being funny when I say that, but the morality that people like, it's like, where are your morals anyway? So I have this People article. Children saw them making up and down movements on a JetBlue flight. Now they're charged with the unthinkable. These stupid asses right here.
Oh, oh my God.
Girl. A Connecticut couple was arrested after authorities alleged they performed sex acts in front of children on a flight.
Oh,
Trista L. Riley and Christopher D. Arnold, so Trista's 43 and Christopher is 42, were each charged with two felony counts of lewd and what's that word?
lascivious.
Lascivious.
Mm.
Thank you. Lewd and lascivious exhibition, according to probable cause affidavits obtained by People. The alleged incident occurred as a Danbury, Connecticut couple were on board a JetBlue flight from New York's JFK Airport to Sarasota Bradenton International Airport in Florida on July 19th, the affidavit states. At around 10:30 a.m. that day, a flight attendant was approached by a mother who claimed that she and her two children saw Riley and Arnold performing sexual activity amid the flight, according to the affidavits. After he was informed of the acts, the flight attendant walked to Miss Riley's seating area and witnessed her making up and down movements with her head while she was face down on Mr. Arnold's lap, the affidavits allege. The affidavit further alleged the two children saw Riley performing oral sex and jerking off Mr. Arnold. When the flight landed in Sarasota about an hour later, the couple were arrested by airport police, per the affidavits. According to Sarasota County Sheriff's Office inmate records, the couple was released from custody on their own recognizance on July 21st. Riley and Arnold are scheduled to appear in court for their arraignment on August 15th. It's unclear whether they have hired attorneys to speak on their behalf. In a statement shared with People on July 23rd, JetBlue said this behavior is completely unacceptable and will not be tolerated by JetBlue. Immediately upon receiving the report, our crew members acted swiftly to engage JetBlue's security team and law enforcement. We are fully cooperating with the investigation, and these customers are no longer welcome to fly JetBlue. The statement ends. Like, girl, yeah, first of all, y'all couldn't wait to get to the damn airport bathroom or something. Like, what the fuck? Y'all had to do that shit on the flight. And let me tell you one thing about JetBlue flight. Like, that's one of those things that I don't know if y'all ever been on there, but it's not exactly like private. Like, it's very open. Like, there's no way you think that somebody could be giving you a fellatio on the flight and nobody sees it. Like,
Yeah.
it's it's I'm trying to just think of like if there's any way, not even in the first class section. Like, it's still out in the open. People can see what you're doing. So it's like, really? Really? So now both of y'all stupid asses can't fly JetBlue no more. Shit, and can't fly Pier because I imagine y'all gonna be put on a no fly list after this.
That's crazy.
Stupid. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to picture that mother and her, it's probably was a white mother because you know how they love to go and tell. So she probably was like, I
Me
can
and
just
my
imagine.
children, they are over there doing head, and my children are seeing this. Because a black woman would have said, "Hey,
Girl,
I know the hell y'all ain't."
oh child, exactly.
No,
Y'all
oh
done
my
lost y'all damn. I think a black, y'all done lost y'all damn mind.
right. Everybody would have known what was going on because she'd have been loud as hell. Yeah, that's so.
Now see,
Man,
and these are the real predators that people need to be worried about, not no fucking drag queens or trans people. These people that sit there and think it's okay to have do sex acts out in public like that when children were around.
in front of children, yeah,
Child.
that makes it even just so much worse. Not in front of people, children,
So lock both of their fucking asses up and throw away the key, honey.
far away.
Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out and before I go do what? Watch my
Watch
stories.
stories.
Did any of you have any tea that you want to share? Any tea I might have missed?
I just want to say the Grim Reaper out here reaping. You hear me?
Girl, okay. Listen, that's why I'm out here trying to do my thing and work out and keep my ass out of trouble. And cause honey, he coming. He coming. He it look like he hungry because he collecting motherfuckers we ain't even think need to be collected. Like Malcolm
Hmm.
Jamal Warner. I'm literally still not over that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that took a lot. I just saw something too where they say Epstein's lawyer died too.
Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
did see that. Yep.
Yeah. Some of
Look,
them,
quote unquote,
some,
died.
some
Mm-hmm.
of them was accompanied by Miss Karma. You know they run together, the Grim Reaper and Miss Karma.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
People
Well,
posting rest in peace, perfect peace. No, actually, I don't. May you rest. May you never know rest in hell. Actually,
hello. So we have a comment. Malcolm Jamal Warner is his 8-year-old daughter he was swimming with and was saved. Oh,
yeah.
yep, I did see that. That she was out there and she witnessed her dad drown. Oh my lord, my lord, my
Yeah.
lord.
Luckily, she didn't drown. The people saved her.
Yeah, and they try to the story I saw or the article I read was that they had performed CPR for 45 minutes. And if anybody has ever done a CPR class or know anything about CPR for real, you know that's a lot. That's a lot on the
Mm,
body for them to
yeah, a
even
long time.
have done that. Yeah.
Yeah. They
You know
tried
what?
hard to save him.
No, Quinn, I have not taken a CPR course, but thank you for reminding me I need to be enrolled in one because that was actually on my to-do list. I do want to be CPR certified because you never know what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for the reminder. And also, again, this is another piece of advice. Y'all go get CPR certified and take an AR prompt writing course, a free one. And hit up our email, auntie@auntiederek.com. If you have any feedback on the show, anything that you want us to talk about, or anything. Oh, and we have a comment. And get your colonoscopy. Well, I'm not at that age yet, but once I do get of that age, will go that route. So, oh no, I think it's what it's a prostate exam I'm thinking of. I think I can get a colonoscopy, right?
Yeah, and I think they have early detection
If it runs
tests
in your
too.
family, you can get it, I think, at 35 or maybe 40, but it's generally at 45 you get your first one.
Ah, well, not as far as I know, it does not run in my family. So, and if it is for 40, then that means I have 1 year to wait. So, on my 40th birthday, I know what I'm doing. Let me stop.
Yeah, I
Is it?
think they should start at 25, actually. You don't have to get them every year, but with colon cancer occurring so much earlier, in many cases, this is not rare. Many
Yeah.
young people are coming up with it. I think they need to start the screening at 25 and maybe every 5 years, after that.
If you're a lawmaker who makes decisions and you're listening, this is a retired health professional saying this. So, y'all might want to listen to her. Listen to her.
It's these insurance companies. It's not the healthcare professionals. The insurance won't pay for
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So, insurance companies, if y'all
it. Yep. Get off that money. People are dying.
Well,
Okay,
y'all, it is always a pleasure. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to listen to us.
since aunties might keep going out, we enjoyed y'all today. Thanks for your contributions. Quinn, everybody else, hope
Yeah.
you have a wonderful day and come back and see us tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be here. Bye,
Y'all
everybody.
heard that. Listen to her.
Ciao.
Bye, y'all.
Ciao.